Bright Tuty. Every student matters.
Now Ralph, he ran, we all read that Ralph had run away from there. He was hiding in the forest and he was looking at the castle rock from his hiding place. He thought that the boys have become animals and he knew that Jack will try to kill him again. In the jungle, Ralph came across a skull of a pig that was hung on the spear. He punched it and the skull split. He punched it and the skull, it just burst off. Ralph returned to spy, to keep an eye on the castle rock. Sam and Eric were now the guards of the gate. He sneaked. Quietly he went up to them. They were frightened of Jack and Roger. Sam and Eric requested Ralph to leave from there. But they gave him meat and they told him that the tribe will hunt for him tomorrow. Sam and Eric told Ralph that he has sharpened his stick at both the ends because he wants to kill you. Ralph did not understood what that meant. Ralph told Sam and Eric that he was going to hide in a thick forest nearby so that they could misdirect the tribe. He wanted Sam and Eric not to tell the tribe in which direction he was. He ran off. He heard Sam and Eric arguing with somebody. The next morning, Ralph hid himself in that thick forest, but very soon it was surrounded. Sam and Eric were tortured to tell the place where Ralph was. The tribe first tried to roll down those rocks so that they are going to destroy the forest totally. They could not get inside, so now they set the forest on fire. Ralph broke open. He came out of the thicket and he ran into the jungle. The tribe followed him and they just continued to spread so that they'd be able to find him. As the jungle was burning, the tribe was running behind Ralph. He had no time to think or to plan anything at all. He could only run, he could only hide, or he could attack. The tribe slowly surrounded him. And now Ralph was forced to go to the open beach where he thought he was surely going to die because now he could not run away. It was only water. But in front of him stood a man from the British Navy. So finally we have somebody who have praised these boys. So there was a man from the British Navy. The smoke which was burning from the jungle caught the attention of this ship. The boys, the savages, the people of Jack's army came behind Ralph and they stood there. The officer asked him who was the in charge and Ralph said that he was. Jack was quiet. Percival Wemyss Madison, he tried to say something but he could not even say his own name. The officer asked if they were having a war there and jokingly he asked if there were any casualties. Casualties if anybody has died. And he was surprised to know when Ralph said that 2 people have already died. The officer said that he would have expected more from the British boys. Ralph starts crying, thinking of Piggy, and all the other boys began to cry as well. The officer, he got very uncomfortable when he suddenly saw that huge group of boys crying. And he turned to find some of his friends, who would probably come to the sea sooner and would help him look after themselves. So with this, my dear students, we come to the end of this story. We saw how the boys saw the beast, but the beast that the boys saw was actually the beast inside them. There was nobody external. That was the beast inside them whom they were feeding with each passing day. Simon, being the only sensible person, followed by Piggy, were killed because of these boys, and they died a very painful death.